Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone is doing well. Um, if you'd watched the previous video, you would have seen that I was on a little bit of a rant about Maguire's lack of ambition, about the Maguire situation, and you can consider this part 2 if you want. Part 2, where we address the club side of this Harry Maguire debacle. But yeah, before we get into that, do be sure that you are smashing a like on the content and subscribing if you haven't done so already. And without further ado, we shall jump right in. So, what have I got to rant about? What joke of a club is Manchester United? Why should I say that? Why would I say that? Well, I thought, where's the positive vibes? You know, we're just about to go on pre-season uh, in 2 days' time, playing Leeds United. Got Mason Mount, who's joined the club, got Onana on the way, and then we'll probably have Rasmus Højlund coming in. And it's all fantastic, right? It's all fantastic. It's phenomenal. It's brilliant. It's top notch. Oh, rivals, be scared. Be scared. Got to be careful not to use that term too much, because otherwise Terry from the Football Terrorist will come and trademark me. You know, it's a copyright strike. It's that term. Everyone is scared. He's scared of everyone. Everyone should be scared of everyone. Basically, it's all trademark, so got to be careful about it. But that's besides the point. Manchester United Football Club, in this Harry Maguire debacle, have taken a stance. They've chosen to take a stance. And what is that stance? So I think it's no secret to anyone who knows what football is, if they even understand what the concept of football is, or what category of activity it is, will probably know also that Harry Maguire is one of the most, say, rated footballers in a negative light, which I think is fair to say. It's very fair to say, with the amount of howler errors that he seems to make in a Manchester United shirt is second to none. More so than David De Gea, by the way. That you can pick out mistakes and problems as such. And I think the downside is that he was so bad that people wouldn't want to pass to him. It's like David De Gea. Sometimes it's like the the meme clip where David De Gea could have passed to Maguire, who's completely unmarked, but instead, right, there's no pressure on him whatsoever. Instead, he passes it straight off the pitch. But Maguire was completely unmarked, and it's like, why would anyone want to pass to Harry Maguire? Don't really blame him too much. But we've established, and as has the rest of the world, that Harry Maguire is someone who needed to be sold. And it didn't matter, at least not to me. Doesn't matter how much money you get for him. You could sell him for absolutely free. He just needs to go. Just got to get rid of him. Because the more time he spends at this club, the more the standards of this club are kept in the low echelons of, say, acceptability, right? And we say acceptability, we have to clarify it as acceptability, because there are some people that still rate Maguire. There are some people that think the standards of this club are fantastic where they are. We're not challenging for a league title here. The standards are, because we're not challenging, the standards are below where we need to be. The standards are well below where we need them to be. And to some people, you probably think, well, it's not realistic to demand a title. I'd said this about what Dimitar Berbatov said a little while back, that Manchester United, Erik ten Hag has got a feeler for the league, and a realistic club that aspires to be champions, aspires to win the greatest honours at the highest level, should be pushing to go on to winning league titles. And if we're making decisions that actively prolong that journey and the progress, they lengthen or hamper or slow down, whatever buzzword you want to use for it, if there is any decision taken at this club that holds us back from achieving that goal, it just speaks for itself. Some people are happy with this, though. Some people are happy. I can guarantee you that some Brexit FC merchants are probably punching the air in celebration. Oh, fantastic, Maguire gets to stay. And the rest of us, the real ones that, want nothing but excellency at our club and want it to actually be successful and go on to win Premier League titles, that keep our standards high, regardless of whether people want to say realistic or not. Listen, realistic is one thing because that's what you actually do achieve. But when you're constantly demanding that you want the highest level of outcome possible, which is to winning league titles, Champions Leagues, all of that, you're pushing the agenda that this club cannot sit there and say, oh, well, this is fine. This is absolutely fine. We kick our feet up. No dramas, no problemas. No worries. Oh, we'll just get top four every season. That's acceptable. Don't worry about winning any trophies. I mean, sure, we get a stupid amount of money for just a league finish. And I mean, look at Arsenal fans as an example. Look at Top Gooners. They were absolutely ecstatic about second place in the league. They were saying it's better than winning any trophies. Seriously, like, this is what we're dealing with here. This is what we're dealing with here. And it's like you can't argue this point with some of these people because it's like what some people have said before. Like, it's difficult, right, to have a debate with someone who's really intelligent, but it's impossible to have a debate against someone who's stupid because you'll never win because they will use every format of flawed logic, and to them, that's gospel. But factually, 1 + 1 doesn't equal 2. To them, to them, it's like 1 + 1 = 3, but that's the correct answer, and you can't tell them otherwise, even if you do the calculations. It's honestly ridiculous, and this club, with the decision that they've made to put Harry Maguire's asking price for £50 million. I mean, who are they trying to kid with this? Who are they trying to fool with this? Seriously, are they backing this manager or not? Because some people will want to tell me, oh, but he's doing a good job. Murto's doing a really good job. Look, he's brought Mason Mount in. He's brought Andre Onana in. Oh, he's going to bring Rasmus Højlund in. Oh, but look at all the other players we could get in. We've had one player that's held up the shirt for us so far, right? With one player that's come in that's holding up a shirt for us. It is the 10th of July. The transfer window opened on the 10th of June. God forbid that this was January, because the transfer window would probably be slamming shut in about an hour's time. We signed one player. It's fantastic. We signed one player. Excellent, brilliant. Andre Onana's going to get done by Wednesday, apparently. It's like I've watched in Lee Gunner's video about Declan Rice. Like, where is he? supposedly stuff was sorted out for that transfer deal. So where is he? Why are they drawing out things and extending a process which actively goes against allowing the manager to actually progress his team? Because the teams, Arsenal, Man United, Spurs, whoever, they're kicking off with pre-season games across the next couple days. But while players that we could have had in, say, a week ago, apparently, no, we can't do that. Got to find middle grounds. We've got to do. Got to haggle on all of our deals. We've got to bring prices down. We've got to care about the budget. Care about the budget. If budget was such a big deal, where the fuck are the player sales? We've not sold anyone yet from the first team. Eric Bailly had an asking price earlier in this window for £2 million. Where are the bids? Where are the offers? Doesn't matter if the guy's injured at 99% of the season. For a player that can play it's like some of the people in this fan base, right, would still rate Eric Bailly. Okay, then, well, according to half of our fan base, is he worth £2 million then? No. So I'll tell you what, if it was Manchester City, they'll be looking at Eric Bailly and saying, what a waste, man. We're selling him tomorrow. And they'll probably somehow get 15, 20 million for him. But Manchester United, they list players on the market for extortionately cheap prices and still manage to fuck everything up. It makes no sense. One of the best transfers, best sales that we've had in the last decade, one of the best sales, not the best, but one of the best that we've had was Dan James to Leeds United for fucking £30 million. That came out of nowhere and everyone was surprised. Everyone was like, oh, we sold Dan James for £30 million. We made a profit. That's not normal. Oh, maybe this board is they're changing their ways. We're going to pastures new. We're starting afresh. It's a new page. We've got a blank check here. We control our own destiny. Seriously, where's the rest of the sales coming from? We're fantastic at letting contracts run down, and by the looks of it, this club would rather see Maguire leave on a free rather than selling him at a cut price, because his wages are so stupidly high. Well done, that's on you. But now his asking price for transfer fees is sky high as well. I'll put it this way, who's a better centre-back? Harry Maguire or the Disasi bloke from Monaco? Who's a better centre-back? Some people, probably more than half the people, would argue with absolute conviction, they'll probably bring up a lot of stats as well to prove it, that they'd say, well, Disasi's better than Maguire. Disasi's not going to be going for 50 million. It's going to be going for a lot less. A lot less. But apparently, Harry Maguire is absolutely world class, that he warrants, at the age of coming up 30 now, yeah, he warrants, actually, is he 30? Because if he is 30, yeah, so he is 30 years of age. We're demanding £50 million for a 30-year-old. Anyone want to make sense of that? The fuck happened to my camera there? Does anyone want to make sense of that? Of the £50 million 30-year-old? Usually, when you see someone that's about 30 years of age, that's about £50 million worth in valuation, Usually you're looking at them and they're saying, oh, so it's Real Madrid selling a player then, is it? Oh, it's Manchester City selling a player, is it? Oh, is it Barcelona looking to sell a player? It literally, and this is what's incredible, is last summer with the Frankie de Jong saga, with the bids that we were talking about, what was it, about 15 million to 20 million pounds more that we were bidding for Frankie de Jong, a world-class midfielder. But this summer, a 30-year-old Harry Maguire is valued at 50 million. This club don't want to sell him. We are Brexit FC. They don't want to get rid of him. They want him to fight for his place. Because if they were desperate to get rid of him, he would have been gone the second the window opened. Because they would have pushed him so fucking hard out of this club, because they know, as well as everyone else, knows that he is not up to this club standard. And he has been at this club for way too long. We spent 80 million on him. I don't care. Take an 80 million loss. Take an 80 million loss. I'd be more than content to pay off his contract just for the sake of him leaving this club. It's pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Now, some of you might disagree with that, with the way I feel about Harry Maguire and the way I've been speaking about him. If you don't like it, then maybe if I have a mug, you can cry your salty tears into it. Because I don't care. I don't care if it upsets you the way I think about Harry Maguire. I don't care. Listen, if I was Hala Madrid, if I was a Real Madrid supporter, right, and Harry Maguire's at Real Madrid, well, I wouldn't be sat here right now. I would be going to the wherever it is he lives and torching his bloody house down. Because that's what the Real Madrid fans are like. Because they don't have tolerance. They don't have tolerance for stupidity that is trying to make sense of a situation that has no sense to it, which is backing Harry Maguire and saying, oh, go on, Harry, have a redemption arc, go and force your way back into this team. There's a fullback, right, at this club that's higher on the pecking order for centre-back positions than you are, and you're a centre-back. Need I say any more? Need I say any more? Seriously, it sometimes this club does continue to surprise me. It's like if Tottenham Hotspur tomorrow, like with what Manchester United have essentially done with this, allow me to draw up a comparison that some might consider hysterical, but for a situation that the club have made hysterical, I'm going to match the energy. Gotta match the energy, right? So it's like Tottenham Hotspur turning around tomorrow and saying, Eric Dyer is going to be staying at Tottenham Hotspur. We're signing him to a 10-year contract worth 500,000 a week. We're giving him club captaincy, and he's going to be a co-chairman of this club. Makes no sense, does it? Sounds ludicrous and stupid, doesn't it? Sounds like a sort of move that could ruin a club. Well, decisions like valuing Harry Maguire at £50 million are the sort that kind of contribute to ruining a club. Kind of like the decisions we've taken over the past 10 years that have put us in the shit. Thank you, Ed Woodward. Thank you, Richard Arnold. Thank you, John Murtagh. Thank you, Glazers. You bunch of fucking parasites, the lot of you. Seriously. Absolute joke. Complete and utter joke. I'm going to wrap this up here before I go on for too long, because it's coming up 10:15 at night, and my throat hurts because I've got a sore throat, and whoop-de-doo, I'm back in work tomorrow in a retail job where I've got to use my voice a lot. So got a lot more of this painful nonsense to deal with tomorrow. And I've got to rest up. So, yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comment section below. And yeah, what do you make of Manchester United Football Club at the moment? Because by the looks of it, it's just everything that they can paint this fabulous picture of. Oh well, we've learned from our mistakes in the past, and we're working hard to ensure that we don't repeat them. But then they'll come out with something stupid like this and set us back another 3 years. It's serious. Like it makes no fucking sense at all. Don't forget on the way out to like the video, smash a like on the video, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Ay, 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 ay. I'm gonna unwind for a bit of time, and congratulations to anyone that's made it this deep into the video. You know, I genuinely applaud you because I can't imagine there's going to be a lot of people or many people at all that fancy watching this deep into a video like this. But anyways, let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comment section below, whether you agree with my viewpoints, whether you disagree, whether you think, oh, well, you know, I'm a saint for this, or whether you think I'm worse than the devil. You know, if you think so, then unfortunately I don't really care. If you think I'm worse than Satan for my viewpoints, I don't really care. It's just what I think and what I feel, and I'm voicing exactly what I think and what I feel. I ain't gonna toe along some party line of PR bullshit. I'm not gonna do that, because that's not what's real. There's not enough real people on platforms like this. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section, and I'm gonna wrap this up here. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again quite possibly tomorrow. Well, I'd imagine so. It'll be tomorrow. Probably won't be multiple uploads. Probably be just the one. But hopefully, there is something worth talking about tomorrow. That's not going to make me It's not going to make me have an aneurysm. So fingers crossed to that. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your Monday evenings. And we'll see you tomorrow.